Act 10. Breaking the silence in search of Louisa. What did you leave unsaid? And so I have come to the end of this portion of my search for Louisa. Or perhaps should I say I've come to the end of what I can find for now. I began this journey believing that if I searched long enough, I could find all the answers, the missing clues. I searched census records, marriage records, death records, exchanging newspaper clips with my sister, finding family histories from my daughter, biographies of other wives who did tell their stories, photographs, letters, sermons, and faded documents written more than a century ago. I found dates. I found places. I found the men Louisa married and the words those men left behind. I discovered the children she bore, the babies she buried, the husbands she lost, the homes where she lived, and the extraordinary circumstances through which she somehow continued moving forward. But there was one thing I could not find: Louisa's voice. No journal has yet surfaced. No diary has told me what happened when the door closed and Louisa was finally gone. No letter has told me what she thought about the life she had been asked to live. And no document can tell me what happened inside her heart. Perhaps that is the greatest discovery of this entire journey. I cannot tell Louisa's story by filling her silence with my own conclusions. I cannot decide for her what she believed. I cannot say whether she was angry where there is no record of her anger. I cannot call her miserable simply because her life was difficult. And I cannot call her happy simply because she remained silent. Silence proves neither. But I can ask more questions. What did you leave unsaid, Louisa? What was your unspoken pain? What brought you joy? Who made you laugh? Who held you when you cried? Did you ever wish you could return to the young girl you had been when you first fell in love with Joshua? Did you ever wonder how different your life might have been? Did you question? Did you surrender? Did you believe? Did you ever doubt? Did you sometimes do all of those things in the very same day? I have found the voices of the men surrounding Louisa preserved in remarkable detail, especially Jedediah Morgan Grant, my third great-grandfather, with whom she had my great-great-grandfather, Joshua Frederick Grant. His sermons survived. His teachings survived. His letters to all of his wives survived. But I have found none to Louisa. Louisa, what did you leave unsaid? At the end of Louisa's life, my grandfather reported that his father told him that Louisa left one sentence. It was a sentence which left my heart broken. I have searched for those words in Louisa's own handwriting, and I have not found them, so I hold them carefully. They belong to our family's oral history, not yet to the documentary record, but it's what started my search. I cannot help wondering if she truly spoke them, what lifetime of experience rested behind that one sentence. Was it disappointment, regret, protection, a mother's warning to her own son, or something entirely different that I may never understand? I don't know. And perhaps one of the most important things this journey has taught me is that I don't know can be an honorable ending to a search. because Louisa does not need me to manufacture a voice for her feelings, her thoughts. She needs me to simply honor the life that she lived, that I can document the hardships she endured. The beautiful obituary which spoke of her with such tenderness and kindness. I can preserve those things which I can answer, and to continue searching for what may never yet be found. Yet I will do it. Perhaps someday someone will open an old trunk. Perhaps another descendant, like her daughter Florence or Adelaide Eugenia, will discover a letter tucked inside a family Bible. Perhaps a journal bearing Louisa's handwriting is sitting quietly in an archive, waiting for someone to recognize her name. And perhaps we will finally hear her story in her own words. Until then, I can do something else. I can sit beside her in her silence, not trying to explain it, not trying to defend it, not trying to condemn anyone through it, simply acknowledging that behind every census line, every marriage date, and every historical record, there was a woman who loved, a woman who lost, a woman who mothered, a woman who endured, a woman whose heart belonged to herself, where history fails to preserve her heart's words. And so this musical does not end with an answer. It ends with a question. The same question I wish I could sit beside my third great-grandmother and ask her myself. Louisa, after everything you lived, after everything you loved, after everything you lost, after all these years of silence, what did you leave unsaid? And now, rather than answering for her, I will let Louisa's silence have the final word.
I found the names, I found the dates, the marriages and graves. I followed every faded line that time slowly erased. I found the men and what they preached. Their words are everywhere. But when I searched to find your voice, Louisa Lee, you weren't there. So I won't put words inside your heart or tell you what you knew. I'll only sit beside the space where I keep searching for you. What did you leave unsaid? What was your unspoken pain? What can you whisper through this silence? I'm calling out your name, dear Louisa. Did you ever want to cry out? Did you bow your weary head? Oh, Louisa, if I could hear you now, what would you whisper now instead? You buried one small baby boy when you were 18 years old, then crossed the plains beside your love, through hunger, dust and cold. And when you reached the promised place, you laid your Joshua down. Then 1 year later, to the day, another child was gone. How many times can one heart break and still get out of bed? How much sorrow can a woman take when grief must go unsaid? unsaid. He married into another home, where one man's love was shared among the wives and little ones. Did anybody know you there? The sermon spoke of sacrifice, of covenants and law, but sermons cannot tell me what a woman felt at all. I read the words your husband preached. They're printed black and white, but I cannot find a single page that tells me of your nights. Were you faithful? Were you frightened? Were you angry? Were you strong? Did you cling to the heavens while wondering what went wrong? Did you love them? Did you leave them? Did you stay because you chose? There are things about a woman's heart a census never knows. Maybe you found happiness in places I can't see. Maybe there were precious days that history lost completely. So I won't make your silence say the things I wanted to. I only wish that somewhere you had left a word or two. What did you leave unsaid? What was your unspoken pain? Who held you when your heart broke? Who called you by your name? Who listened without preaching? Who let your questions live? Who told you it was safe to feel whatever you might feel? If one sentence could have traveled down through generations still, what words might you now pass to us that could help our hearts to heal? I yearn to know your tender heart, the thoughts that filled your mind. I can only keep on searching for what you may have left behind. What did you leave unsaid? What was your unspoken pain? Was there something underneath your silence no record could contain? I will not change your story. I cannot live it in your stead, but I can finally ask the questions no one thought to ask instead. What did you love, Louisa? What made you laugh and smile again? What gave you strength to carry on? Who became your dearest friend? And if your silence held a story that disappeared when you were gone, I'll keep searching through the remnants, and I'll keep listening for your song. I'll just sit here with you in your silence and keep searching for you.